Hi friends, myself Clinton EK. The topic that I am going to present today is business process reengineering. So before moving into the topic, let's look into the history of business process reengineering. It was introduced by late Michael Hammer in 1990 through Harvard Business Review article. It was promoted by Hammer and James Camey, published book Reengineering the Corporation. By the mid-1990s, BPR, that means business process reengineering, became popular as a justification of downsizing. After BRP, the next methodology is ERP, that is Enterprise Resource Planning. Now let's move into the topic business process. A business process is a collection of activities which together produces some value to the customer. So business process is an activity or a set of activities that is used to accomplish a specific organizational goal. It's like there will be objective for the business and we have to uh, do some actions in order to meet the objective. So this process in the business is called business process. And re-engineering means it's the fundamental rethinking or radical redesign. Now, moving into the definition of business process reengineering, it is the analysis and redesign of workflow within and between enterprises in order to optimize end-to-end processes and automate non-value added tasks. It is a strategy that involves radically redesigning a company's business process to improve performance, efficiency, and effectiveness. BRP can help companies achieve dramatic improvement in productivity, cycle time, quality, and employee and customer satisfaction. So, it's basically a change in the strategy due to the negative impact. The almost all company will be having an objective and they will be planning accordingly. So, this objective are made in order to achieve in order to accomplish that. So the present strategy do not help them to or the present strategy do not help them to create a better result. In fact, it creates a negative impact on the business. So it leads to decreased performance and efficiency. So they have to rethink about a new strategy to make this to improve the performance, efficiency, and effectiveness. For this purpose, they introduce BRP, business process reengineering. It helps to improve the productivity, cycle time, quality, and employee customer satisfaction. The objectives of BRP are it focuses on processes and not on tasks, job, or people. BRP advocates that enterprises re-examine the basic aim to total reinvention, not small improvements. It is basically done by not by implementing a small improvement in the current strategy. In fact, they will be completely changing the strategy and implementing a new strategy for attaining a good performance as well as a accomplishment in the objective. Now, cost reduction. BRP by implementing BRP or redesigning the strategy, it helps to reduce the cost. It also helps them to improve the quality and efficiency, and also improves the customer satisfaction. It also helps them to build a customer relationship too. There are 7 principles in re-engineering. The first one is organize around outcomes, not tasks. In this method, we have to focus on the end result. That is what we have to achieve. Rather than just focusing on the individual tasks that have to be done. Every individual has certain tasks to be accomplished, but rather than focusing on that, they have to focus on the end result. The next one is identify all processes in an organization and prioritize them in order to redesign urgency. In this, look at all the processes in the organization and focus on improving the most important part or the most inefficient one first. Rather than focusing on all the activities, we have to prioritize the important one. And the next one is integrate information processing work into the real work that produces the information. We receive so much of information to us in this stage. Rather than focusing on the or handling the information separately, we have to make sure that these are collected and processed while doing an actual work that creates the information. The next one is treat geographically dispersed resources as though they were centralized. In this stage, we have to manage the resources in different locations as if they were in the place to streamline or coordination in decision making. Continuing with the re-engineering principles, the fifth one is that link parallel activities in the workflow instead of just integrating their result. In this principle, we have to ensure that the tasks being done at the same time are connected to each other rather than just combining their outcomes later. In this process, the tasks are done in the same time rather than after the completion of the task, the results are complete. We have to ensure that the task is being at the same time. Put the decision point where the work is performed and build control into process. During this principle, we have to allow the people doing the work to make decision and ensure that there was a way to monitor and guide the processes as it happens. We have to give the right to make decision for the people who are doing the work, and there should be a proper monitoring or guiding system. And the next one is capture information once at the source. Uh, in this stage, we have to collect the information as it is created and avoid having to gather it repeatedly after different places. In this stage, the information has to be created and avoided having to gather it repeatedly from different places. Uh, the information has to be created and it should not be gathered repeatedly from different locations. Now, moving on to the steps of re-engineering process. The first step is preparing for re-engineering. There must be a significant need for the process to be re-engineered. Identify the customer-driven objective. The mission and vision statement is formulated. In this stage, we have to get ready for changes by planning and gathering the teamwork, resources, and understanding what need to be improved. We have to prepare ourselves for improvement, and we have to we should have some knowledge what have to be what criteria or what strategy have to be improved. Then the next step is map and analyze as is process. Understand the existing process and its shortfall and improvement area to redesign. Activity and process model are documented. Then the amount of cost of each activity is calculated. In this stage, we should have some knowledge about the areas to be improved and or the strategies that will be redesigned. So we have, and after this process, we have to the activity and process model has to be documented, and further the amount of the cost of the activity is calculated. All this has to be carried out in this stage. And the next one is designed to be processed. The objective of this phase is to produce one or more alternative to the current situation that satisfies strategy goals of the enterprise. Um, in this stage, we have to create a new plan to know that how the process should work. This is ideal version that should be addresses the issue found in the current process. Uh, it helps to identify the issues that is related with the current strategy that we are currently using in the business. So by after identifying it only, we have to redesign the strategy. Continuing with the re-engineering steps, the fourth step is implement re-engineering process. Using prototype and stimulation method, plans are redesigned and demonstrated. Training programs for the workers are initiated and the plan is executed in full scale. In this stage, we have to implement the re-engineering process, that is using the prototype model. It's a sample model that has to be put forward to demonstrate the new strategy or new methodology that is going to be implemented. And also, we have to initiate some training programs for the workers in order to give an idea or outline of the process that we are going to carry out. The next step is that improving the re-engineering process continuously. The progress of action is measured on change acceptance in broader perspective of the organization. How well the employees are informed and their commitments. Monitoring the results measures employee attitude, customer perception, supplier responsive, etc. In this stage, after the implementing, we have to keep looking for the ways that look for the ways to make the process even better over time. Regularly, we have to assess the methodology and we have to adjust the methodology to make the strategy efficient. So we have more continuous monitoring processes should be taken care more, and we have to inform the employees about the current measures that we are going to change in the business process. So the employees should be well informed and they can perform well and their performance can be evaluated. Now moving on to the benefits of BRP, it helps to eliminate waste and inefficient process. The ultimate aim of BRP is to redesign the current strategy used in the business process. The previous strategy being used is create negative impacts such as waste and low production, etc. So all these are eliminated by implementing the new strategy. Significant reduction in the cost and time. It is well known that there will be a reduction in the cost as well as the time while after the implementation of new strategy. Revolutionary improvement in many business processes as measured by quality and customer services. Of course there will be there will be more improvements in the processes, and it will be also helpful for the improving the quality, and throughout maintenance of this quality will help the customers to retain with the product or services offered by the business, increasing competency of both top and low level companies. It also helps to increase the competency between the companies. Now let's look BRP management technique focuses. The first one is customer focus. Customer service oriented processes are aiming to eliminate customer complaints. The first of all aim of BRP is is in customer. Customer service has to be improved, and customer satisfaction is very important. That can lead to the elimination of customer complaints. Speed. As I mentioned, it's like a redesigning the strategy because of the previous strategy is not up to the mark. So by the implementation of new strategy, it will make the process speedy, flexible. It helps to adapt the changes in the condition, or unpredictable changes can be accepted by this process. Next one is quality. We have to quality means obsession with superior service and value to the customer. We have to maintain the quality of the business that we are doing. It will help the customer. It will make the customer feel that they are value. Innovation, leadership to imaginative change, providing to organization competitive advantage. Innovations are always welcomed by the customers. So because most of the customers require new something new in the product or services offered by the business. So innovation is very accepted. Next one is productivity, improve drastically effectiveness and efficiency. These are the BRP management technique focus. And that's the end of the presentation. I hope everybody is clear with what is BRP, business process reengineering. Thank you.